What's up and welcome back to another episode of building the Battle of Ryloth in LEGO. I have a lot to do today, but the main goal for today is for me to use all of the remaining pieces that I got for my first order of parts so I can determine what I'm going to need to order to finish off this mock, because I'm going to need to order quite a few more parts if I want to finish this off at the scale that I was thinking that I was going to do it. But without further ado, let's get right on into building. I started by laying down a few 2x4 plates, and then I got to work on another one of these large rock structures. I wanted to make this one a bit bigger than all of the other ones that I'd done before, just to get some different variation. I struggled with the amount of pieces that I had, but I was able to get it done, and then I moved on to finishing by putting off a bunch of different tiles and plates throughout. I do want to take a second to thank everyone for all of the support and all of the help in the comments with different suggestions. It does mean a lot to me. You know, it's the first large-scale mock that I've done, so any help I do appreciate quite a bit. So if you have any suggestions, make sure to let me know, because I do look at all of them and take them into account. So I want to thank everyone for that. And then I finished off tiling. I wanted to build up some little bit of elevation in this back corner just because I thought that it would make the mock look a little bit more rounded out. I would ideally like to make the whole mock a change in elevation, but I wanted to keep it flat up until the wall, so I decided this would be a nice little in-between. So I put in some filler brick, put in a plate, and then I started to do some detailing, which proved to be harder than I expected it to be just because I was running low on pieces, and I wanted to make this look as natural as I could and not make it look all bricky because it's made out of Lego bricks, but I think it turned out pretty good. Okay, I finished off the next portion of this mock, next little section with all of the grounding work, and I also finished this small little like raised area. I wanted to add some different variation in the height just to make this look a little bit better. However, I do want to keep it flat up until the wall. I know it would look better if I did do like a gradual raise, but that's going to take more parts than I think I have money for right now, as well as I want it to be flat so I can stage a big battle there. I will still put like all of the detail as you see all over here throughout, but I did just place an order for parts, and hopefully by the end of this video I'll know exactly what I need to order so I can finish this out with just one more big order, and I can just get this all done and over with for buying parts, and I can just focus on building. Like I said, I was running very low on parts. I'm completely out of the 1x1s, so that's why there's some like open areas back there. Not there to stay. I just need to wait until I get more 1x1s in. And I also ordered a bunch of 16x16 plates to do the wall. Oops, unfortunately, like I was saying earlier, I can't find these like 12x12 like brick pieces anywhere, so I decided just to go with the 16x16, and I'll build the big frame for it. I'll probably build the big frame before I even get the 16x16 plates in, but those 16x16 plates are expensive. They're like $2 or $3 a piece, so it kind of broke the bank. I bought 12 of them, which may not have been the smartest thing to do, but I definitely need them to build up this wall, so it's something that I had to do. And I do actually have a small little haul here. It's not pieces, it is minifigures. I bought these on Whatnot from Maddie's Minifigs, I believe, a good seller on there, and we have got some more clone troopers. I just thought if I'm going to be using these the Clone Wars style Clone Wars clones right here, I figured I'd pick some more up just to make the mock a little bit more filled out, because I don't have a ton of these guys. So I got, I think seven or six of these. We got 7 of them right here, so this will be a nice to build up this mock and just make it a little bit more filled out with all of the clones, because for a big clone battle you gotta have a ton of clones. I do already have a ton of droids, so that shouldn't be a problem, but I don't really know what my next move is going to be. I think I'm just going to keep chunking away at as much of this plate work as I can get done today, and then I'll continue working tomorrow, and then I don't know, I just have to see what pieces I need to order in the future. All right, now that I've kind of got the overall scale in my head, I think this is I'm kind of finally actually picture how this is going to turn out, which is something that I wasn't able to do when I first started. But I'll try and give you the quick rundown. And this is just going to be extended up to where the wall is, and then the wall is going to be right there, and it's going to go up. It's going to be 2x2 16 plates, so 16 plus 16, 34. I think I'm not the best at math, but we'll have this coming out. This will be filled up. I want to have the ATTE here, and then I want to have some separatist opposition here. The only thing is that this, like, there's not a ton of room here, so I am still messing with the idea of extending this out another base plate length. However, if I do that, I'm gonna have to buy even more parts, and I've already spent like a lot of money on this mock. I'll have to do a full breakdown at the end. Just it's definitely not going to be a profitable mock series, I'll tell you that. But luckily, all these parts should be able to be used in more mocks to come in the future. So hopefully, you guys are excited for that. If you have any ideas of what this color scheme, color palette can build me, I was thinking Utapau would be really cool. It's kind of the same vibe, so I was thinking that maybe. But if you have any ideas, I was also messing around with trees. This one was from the last video. It's just a small little design using a bunch of different studs and little cylinder pieces so you're able to actually curve it around. I was just messing around and came up with this. So I think I do really like this, and I think adding the trees in, you do see the trees on Ryloth, so I think this would definitely be good. I just need to order a ton more of these pieces as well. And I found this little like axle piece, which I think is pretty cool with like the little branches, and you can put your leaves on them. I think it looks pretty good. And then for the top, I just did a mix of the leaf pieces and like these smaller leaf pieces to make it look a little more detailed. I do think that this does add quite a bit though, so I'm going to be ordering some more pieces to get a ton more of these trees in too, because I think filling this up with some trees will make it look a little bit less plain and make it look a bit better. But I'm not really sure what my next move is going to be. I think I'm just going to continue. I don't have a ton of pieces left, so I think I'm just going to try and knock out putting them all down, and then I can finally get the head count of what I'm going to need to finish off this mock. I had to scrounge up all of my parts really quick, and then I started to build the next section of this mock. I started by building these small little nougat line strip that I've been doing throughout this mock. I really like how this is turning out. It adds a lot more depth and just detail to this mock rather than it just being all dark tan. So I do like how that turned out. After I finished the strip, I moved on to filling it in with the different tile and plates. This is where my lack of parts was really coming in though. I was running very low at this point. I actually ran out of tiles, which is kind of hard to believe given that I bought I think 600 of them and I already went through all of them. Then I started making another one of these small rock structures. I really like how these are adding some different depth and just overall making the mock look better in my opinion, but I was running out of pieces. Okay, I've kind of reached a standstill right now for the parts that I have. I've got a lot of work done though. I did get more work done than I thought I was going to in this episode, but I did complete my main goal, which was finding out what I needed. But you can see over here where I was building before, there's just so many gaps. I don't think there's any value in me keeping building when I can't even finish this spot, because I'm all out of the little 2x2s and 1x1s, so I can't actually fill any of these bases, and I only have a couple more of the 2x2 tiles, so I need to wait for a bunch of packages. I'm going to be making a ton of orders tonight. Luckily it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so I might be able to catch some good deals on some pieces depending on where I'm getting them from. So I do apologize for this episode being kind of lackluster. It was kind of boring, I will admit, just some boring rock work, but I promise in the next one I'll have so many more pieces to work with, and I think in the next one it's finally going to be time to start working on the wall. I have the small prototype over here, and I do think that the prototype looks really good. I set it up for the thumbnails and I really do like how it turned out, so I'm really going to be excited to see how it ends up looking on a huge scale, which is going to be on this back wall. I also have a pretty special custom coming in. Let's just say we're going to be able to say goodbye to this poor custom Commander Keeley that I put together, or Captain Keeley, because I have a real custom one coming in. Unfortunately, the decaled one that I tried to make, let's just say it did not turn out too good, so I ended up breaking and buying a custom one. So that's going to be coming in hopefully by next episode. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to look forward to next episode, but I do want to just once again apologize for this one being so lackluster, but I did get the main goal of what I wanted to done, which was finding out what I needed to order. So from now on, hopefully it should be smooth sailing in terms of the parts that I have for this mock. I think I have a very good estimate of what I need to buy. Hopefully I don't buy too little or too much. Hopefully I nail it right on the nose. It's kind of something hard. It's one of the harder things about mock building that you don't really think about when you think that the hardest part's the actual building, but in hindsight it's actually sourcing all of the pieces and finding out what you're going to need. But I'm really excited to keep going on with this mock, and I hope that you guys are so as excited as I am to see how this mock progresses. And like I said earlier, any help, suggestions, anything is really appreciated in the comments. So if you have anything that you think would look good or any suggestions for this mock, let me know, and I hope to see you all next time in the next episode of Building the Battle of Ryloth. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe. Drew signing out.